AIADMK candidate to sweep Srirangam by-poll with a landslide victory, says a survey. Ms. Jayalalitha's welfare measures remembered with gratitude by voters. Supreme Court refuses liberty to former Telecom Minister Dayanidhi Maran to move Delhi High Court against Special Court's order, summoning him as an accused in the Aircel Maxis case. Nitish Kumar, along with 130 MLAs, marches up to Raj Bhavan and stakes his claim to form the next government in Bihar. The news in detail. In a survey conducted by a private concern on the vote bank of the political parties in the ensuing by-polls to Srirangam, it has been declared that the AIADMK candidate is all set to win with a landslide majority. Majority of the people in the constituency rested their trust on the people's chief, Ms. Jayalalitha, who has implemented innumerable welfare measures. The AIADMK Supremo and the Chief of the People, Ms. Jayalalitha, has been successfully implementing several welfare schemes towards the benefit of the people with the sole aim of making Tamil Nadu a numero uno state. She has been abiding by the policy of by the people and for the people. Following the massive victory of the AIADMK in the 2011 Assembly elections, the party followed suit in the local body elections and created a history in the 2014 parliamentary elections by emerging as the third strongest party. With just 4 days left for the Srirangam by-polls, a private concern called People Studies conducted an opinion survey. To a question on who is the front-runner in implementing basic facilities like laying of roads and provision of drinking water, a majority of the people in the constituency named Ms. Jayalalitha.
தேவைகளை நிறைவேற்றக்கூடிய கட்சி எதுவாக இருக்கும், எந்த கட்சி ஜெயிச்சா இந்த நம்முடைய தேவைகள் நிறைவேறும் அப்படின்ற கேள்விக்கு அதிமுக வென்றால் இந்த பிரச்சனைகள் தீரலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்றவங்க 39 விழுக்காடு, திமுக 14 விழுக்காடு, பாஜக 3 விழுக்காடு, CPM 1 விழுக்காடு.
The survey has revealed a yawning difference of the people's support for the AIADMK and the opposition parties.
நம்ம திருவரங்கம் தொகுதி முழுக்க 80-90 இடங்கள்ல கருத்துக்களை சேகரிச்சிருக்கிறோம். மக்களை சந்திச்சு யாருக்கு வாக்களிப்பாங்க அப்படின்னு கேட்கும்போது ரொம்ப அதிகமான இடைவெளியோட அதிமுக முதலிடத்தில் இருக்கு. எல்லா விதமான காரணிகளையும் பார்க்கும்போது எல்லா தரப்பினரிடையும் பெரும்பான்மை ஆதரவோட அதிமுக இருக்கு. அதிமுக 58 விழுக்காடு, திமுக 19 விழுக்காடு, பாஜக 4, CPM 1 விழுக்காடு கொஞ்சம் கீழே, மற்றவங்க 2 விழுக்காடு, நோட்டா 4, இதுல முடிவு செய்யாதவங்க அல்லது முடிவு சொல்ல விரும்பாதவங்க 12 விழுக்காடு இருக்கிறாங்க.
And over 75% of the population belonging to the lowest strata of the society have assured their mandate in favor of the AIADMK candidate, citing the innumerable novel welfare schemes implemented by Ms. Jayalalitha. Apart from this, the 14-page achievement letter written by Ms. Jayalalitha to the people of Srirangam constituency has received an overwhelming support.
மக்கள் குறிப்பிட்டு சொன்ன ஒரு பாயிண்ட், இது மாதிரி அதிமுக பொதுச் செயலாளர் கடிதமாக வாக்காளர்களுக்கு கடிதம் ஒன்று எழுதியிருக்கிறாங்க. அந்த கடிதத்தை பற்றி மக்கள் சொல்லியிருக்கிறாங்க. அதை பற்றி ஒரு பாசிட்டிவான ஃபீட்பேக் தான் மக்கள் சொல்லியிருக்கிறாங்க. இது அவங்க மக்கள்கிட்ட கலந்துரையாடல் நடத்தும் போது அவங்க ஸ்பான்டேனியஸா சொன்ன ஒரு ரெஸ்பான்ஸ்.
The survey also opined that a majority of the people belonging to the various denominations of Hinduism, Christianity and Islam were in full support of the AIADMK in comparison with the other parties. Fearing a dismal defeat in the ensuing by-polls to Srirangam, the DMK and the BJP violated the Model Code of Conduct. Support to the AIADMK's candidate S. Valarmati, whose name was announced by Ms. Jayalalitha to contest the Srirangam by-polls, is increasing day by day. Unable to bear the growing popularity of the AIADMK and fearing a mammoth loss in the elections, the DMK and the BJP violated the Model Code of Conduct by distributing freebies like saris, dhotis and liquor. Further, they have threatened the people to vote in favor of the BJP. DMK was also creating a law and order problem in the constituency through their acts. Citing these atrocities, the AIADMK has filed a complaint with the Election Commission to take necessary action against the DMK.
திமுகவினர் அராஜகம் செய்து வெளியூரிலிருந்து கூட்டமாக பல்லாயிரக்கணக்கான பேர் வந்து ஸ்ரீரங்கம் வாக்காளர் பெருமக்களை அச்சுறுத்துகின்ற விதத்திலும் அவர்களை வற்புறுத்தி தினசரி பணங்களையும் வேட்டி சேலைகளையும் மதுபான பாட்டில்களையும் கொடுத்து ஒரு பொது அமைதிக்கு குந்தகம் விளைவிக்கின்ற வகையில் செயல்பட்டு வருகிறார்கள்.
Meanwhile, it was reported that the DMK candidate Anand failed to mention about a land which he had purchased for 50 lakh rupees on the 8th of October 2014, the current value of which is 2 crore rupees. Likewise, the BJP candidate Subramanian failed to disclose the bank order to seize his property for failing to repay a loan amount of 45 crore rupees taken from Syndicate Bank. AIADMK has urged for the cancellation of the candidatures of the BJP and the DMK for violating the Model Code of Conduct.
திமுக வேட்பாளர் ஆனந்த் தன்னுடைய உறுதிமொழி பத்திரத்தில் தனக்கு சொந்தமான அசையா சொத்தை மறைச்சு சொல்லிட்டாரு. ஆதாரத்தோடு இன்னைக்கு கொடுத்துருக்கோம். அதே போல பாரதிய ஜனதா கட்சியின் வேட்பாளர் அவரும் உறுதிமொழி பத்திரத்தில் உண்டான கடனை மறைச்சு சொத்து மதிப்பை குறைத்து கூறி இன்று வங்கி அந்த கடனின் பேர் நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கும் பொழுது சொத்து மதிப்பை நானே மறைச்சிட்டேன்னு சொல்லி அட்மிஷன் கொடுத்துருக்காரு. அதனால 2 வேட்பாளர்களின் வேட்புமனையும் உடனடியாக ரத்து பண்றதுக்கு தேர்தல் ஆணையம் நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கணும்னு சொல்லி புகார் கொடுத்துருக்காரு.
The Supreme Court refused liberty to former Telecom Minister Dayanidhi Maran to move Delhi High Court against a special court's order summoning him as an accused in the Aircel Maxis case. The Supreme Court refused to entertain a petition by former Telecom Minister Dayanidhi Maran, who wanted the Aircel Maxis case against him to be tried by a normal court and not by the 2G scam special court. Maran pleaded that the Supreme Court had barred only 2G scam accused from going to the Delhi High Court. The Supreme Court refused to entertain the plea and said if the accused in Aircel Maxis case choose, they could challenge the jurisdiction of the trial court before the special court itself. On 29th October last year, a special 2G court had summoned Maran brothers and 6 others, including Malaysian business tycoon T. Anandakrishnan, as accused in the Aircel Maxis deal case. The special CBI court had directed them to appear before it on 2nd March 2015 after taking cognizance of the charge sheet filed against 8 accused, including 4 companies: Sun Direct TV Private Limited, Maxis Communication Berhad, Astro All Asia Network PLC and South Asia Entertainment Holding Limited. The CBI had said in court that Dayanidhi Maran had pressured and forced Chennai-based telecom promoter C. Shivashankaran to sell his stakes in Aircel and 2 subsidiary firms to Malaysian firm Maxis Group in 2006. Nitish Kumar today led about 130 legislatures from his Janata Dal United and allies to the Bihar governor's house in a show of strength, staking claim to be the state's new chief minister. Nitish Kumar's party has also booked 140 seats on a flight to Delhi tomorrow, where it has sought an appointment with President Pranab Mukherjee to demonstrate support for Kumar if he is not invited by the Bihar governor to be the chief minister. This morning, the JDU expelled Jitan Ram Manjhi, who has refused to resign as Bihar chief minister for anti-party activities. Manjhi, who also met the governor this afternoon, claims he has the support of enough legislators to remain in the top post. Over the weekend, the JDU sacked Manjhi as its leader in the Bihar Assembly and elected Nitish Kumar in his place. Elections will be held in the state later this year, and the JDU wants Nitish Kumar to lead its campaign. The Tamil Nadu government, which follows the path forged by Ms. Jayalalitha, has written a letter to Y.K. Sinha, High Commissioner of India in Sri Lanka, seeking the retrieval of the 81 boats of Tamil Nadu fishermen, which is under Lankan custody. The Secretary of the Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Fisheries Department of the Tamil Nadu government, Dr. S. Vijaykumar, in his letter to Y.K. Sinha, the High Commissioner of India in Sri Lanka, said, on earlier occasions, the release of boats was made simultaneously with the release of fishermen in order to ensure that their livelihood was not affected. Hence, the government of Tamil Nadu requested to take up the matter once again with the Sri Lankan authorities to release the boats without insisting on filing any applications in the court. In the event such a release was not possible, in consonance with the procedure indicated in the letter of the Councillor, High Commission of India, Colombo, dated 5th February 2015, that the boat owners were required to engage a lawyer to file a motion in the respective courts for preponing of the dates of hearing of the cases and requesting release of the boats. It is requested that arrangements may be made to engage lawyers to take up the matter at the Sri Lankan courts for an early release of the boats, and the legal expenses for the same will be borne by the Government of Tamil Nadu. The Government of Tamil Nadu will also be deputing the Assistant Director of Fisheries Rameshwaram along with an Inspector of Fisheries with the power of attorney from the boats owners to follow up with the Sri Lankan courts for the release of fishing boats, he said. Vijay Kumar requested Sena to render all possible assistance to secure the release of the fishing boats at the earliest. Chennai's Greater Police has said that the crime rate in Chennai in the year 2014 has come down by 20% in comparison to that of 2013. On the advice of Ms. Jaya, the law and order in the city is being well maintained. The police department were taking drastic steps to bring down the incidence of crime in Tamil Nadu. The crime rate in Chennai city in 2014 has dipped by 20% in comparison to the 2013's percentage. 200 incidents were recorded in 2013 and it has come down to 161 in 2014, sources said. Further, 2,313 offenders have been arrested under the Gundas Act in 2014 in the city, Chennai's Greater Police said. Markets today fell for the 7th straight day, its longest losing streak in 15 months, with Sensex losing over 490 points to end at about 3-week low. The BSE Sensex, after opening lower at 28,566.50, continued to slide on selling pressure in blue-chip companies, forcing the Sensex to touch a low of 28,183.32 before settling lower by 490.52 or 1.71% to close at 28,227.39. This is its weakest closing since January 16th. The 50-share NSE Nifty dipped below the psychological 8,600 mark by tumbling 134.70 points or 1.56% to close at 8,526.35. Pakistani Rangers indulged in heavy firing and mortar shelling overnight on 8 border outposts and some villages along the international border in Jammu district, leaving 1 person injured. They targeted 8 border outposts and some civilian areas. Pakistani Rangers also fired 81 mm mortar shells. In the firing, Khadim Hussain in Jora Farm village suffered minor splinter injuries, a police officer said. BSF troops guarding the borderline retaliated effectively and the firing exchange continued. There have been 3 ceasefire violations along IB in Samba, Arnia and Araspura in February this year. In January this year, Pakistan resorted to several ceasefire violations, resulting in death of 4 people and injuries to 7 people.